Hello everybody and welcome. I'm Marcie Besecker. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. Welcome everybody. I am coming in live on my phone now. Welcome and happy Tuesday. I am trying to skip my ads as always. Welcome. Diane, Jennifer, Patsy, Joan, Carol, and Cheryl, Eileen, Gloria, Kathy, and Nancy, and Anya. Welcome, welcome. So tonight's bingo, I have to first tell you that it is a small group. So the prizes are going to be less. It's a very, very small group. But I didn't want to not do it. So I thought, let's just do it anyway. It's still more than what you paid. You're going to get some great kits and we're going to have a lot of fun. So that being said, I want to also show you a little quick sneak peek, and I can do this, but I can't show you the products. But this is a little card I made, and that is with some new product. So you can see some, I'm sure you're going to be seeing some posts with new product, but I thought I'd show it to you. And if you haven't seen the catalogs, which I'm sure you have, let me pull them up for you. So this is the front of the Celebration catalog. So you can see all the cute stuff on there that you can. And this is the front of the mini catalog. And I'm really excited. There is some really pretty stuff in there. Thanks, Jennifer. 91 pages. Okay, 91. There is a lot of beautiful stuff in here. Yes, don't forget to place your order. Also, very important, I want to remind you that the sale started today, our seasonal sale. So now's the time to stock up on your cardstock. Maybe you want some extra ink pads or different colors, or for extra pads or traveling pads or whatever you need, or a gift for somebody is a great idea. And then there's the dies. Sometimes I do purchase extra dies, so I will have 2 sets of some dies because I use them so much, especially if there's labels in them, or if it's the circles, or the triangles or whatever, those kinds of things I really like to have a lot of. Welcome everybody. So don't miss out on that. That's always a really, really great sale to not miss. And let's see what else. Of course, there's the joining special. Now, somebody did ask me, what if I join? Do I still get the discount on the special that's going on right now? Of course you do. Yes. So you can fill up your cart with reduced items and get more for your money. So something to think about. I did post on my blog, but it's not going to go out. And this post tonight will not go out until Monday with Sunday's post, because I don't want to overwhelm people with too many emails. If you're on my blog post, you got an email today about the specials. So just so you know, I'm not going to, have tonight's go on there, and it'll be on there, but it won't post. So until Monday, but you can always just go directly to my blog and check it out. The next thing I want to tell you really quickly is bingo for December is going to be the 14th. Tuesdays seem to be the biggest day. And I wanted to do it earlier in the month than later. So I decided to go ahead and stick with the middle of the month, because Christmas is busy, and I'm hoping we'll still have bingo. A lot of people have asked me if I'm going to. And so because there's interest, I decided, yes, I'll go ahead and do it. I don't mind it at all. I just hope we have enough people, and that we have a really good time. That being said, gosh, I think that's it for updates. I'm really excited. If you are joining us and you did not pay for bingo and you're interested in it, here's a little sneak peek of what's going to happen tonight. You still have time. So go over to my blog, marciebeseckerdesigns.com, and at the above on one of the menu items, it says events and classes. And you can click on that, and you can register in that form, and also pay. There's a button that pays. So if you want to do that, you go right ahead, because we're going to create a card first, and then we're going to get busy and start with bingo. Oh, I got to grab my bingo numbers. This is the first card we're going to be creating, and I'm just loving it. We're going to do something a tad different here. I'm not going to, but I'm going to kind of explain it a little bit to you as I'm reaching for my bingo numbers, because gosh, we can't forget those, right? All right, bingo numbers in hand. So this card, one of the things I want to tell you is you can really put, any sentiment on here, but this is all dies. So think about it, for example, with the Hippos and Friends. I love this set. Yes, I did buy the Hippos and Friends because I have grandchildren. I almost didn't, but I decided to do it. But then I saw the dies, and look at all these labels. There are so many different labels in this that it's a perfect set to just buy the dies. You don't have to buy the stamp set. And now is that perfect time because the dies are on sale, right? But when you look at these dies here, and I'm actually do not know why they're not in front of me. It's because I pre-die cut stuff for you. So let me just show you what these dies look like. And so you could really do a lot with just the dies. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about, you know, buying, like, oh, I don't know, I don't really like the stamp set. Make sure you look at the dies. I can't stress that enough, because there's all these gorgeous dies in here that you can use. And you don't have to use the little cutesy things if that's not your style. So just keep that in mind. So this set, we did use the sentiment from the set, but again, you really don't have to have the dies and the stamps if you don't want to. All right, so let's get started. So you're going to receive your kit, and I pulled mine out before I posted, but it'll say card number 1. So we're going to pull this out. Hi, Tashana. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is on the inside, actually, oh, and I'm going to give you the measurements too. I did stamp. I'm not going to do it for video purposes, because you guys can do that if you want to or if you don't. And I smudged the sample, but that's okay. So I'm going to give you the sizes as we go, just in case, because I know there's some other people watching that would like to know how to do these. And so I'm just going to share it tonight. So this Old Olive is 4 by 5 1/4. The basic white is embossed. And I had help, so now I'm like, with the time-worn type. Now, I'm going to do it for the video, but you don't have to. I'm not going to send embossing powder to you in the mail. But this is an option, so I just want to show you an option that you can do, which is emboss. So you could also just take another ink color if you want. You can take blending brushes. There's so much you can do. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my Versamark, and I'm just going to lightly go over this. And while I'm heat embossing, I got to tell you what I did today. You're not going to believe it. This card is really actually pretty darn fast. Okay, so we just kind of did that. What I didn't do that I forgot is I want to fold this paper, because I like to fold it. Just, it folds easier when your gold embossing powder goes back into the little case. All right. And everybody asked me where I got these, and I get them on Amazon. They're just seasoning trays. There's a little 4-pack of them. All right, and I probably did way too much, but that's okay. I like the look of the, like, I wouldn't call it grunge, but like a distressed kind of look. So I think I did it way too hard. So you just want to make sure that you pounce it off really good. All right, so I'm good with that. And so it looks really messy, and that's what you kind of want. That's what it's going to look like. Oh, thanks, Deborah. So my story for you guys, oh my goodness. So, you know, I was gone and I went to see my granddaughter. We had such a wonderful time. And then what happens is I come home and I'm behind watching my TV shows. This is very important. So what I advise for you not to do is don't watch sad shows right before a live video. Now, I should have known it was sad just by some of the previews, but I really didn't see a bunch of them. And so I watched Station 19 and Grey's Anatomy. I'm not done with Grey's yet, but that's what I was watching right before the video. Holy moly. This is from last week. So, okay, I'm kind of embossing to the side. This one's going to have more gold on it than the previous one because I was kind of rushing, and it doesn't really matter. You want that just background to kind of have a fun look to it. And like I said, I'm not going to send you embossing powder. This is just an option. But you could always just take some ink and lightly go over. You can take a blending brush if you want. You can take a stamp. You know, you can take a block and put it in the ink and then just kind of pounce on the letters to give it just a little bit of color. I mean, it's whatever background choice you want to do. But you will receive this piece of paper embossed. So you can kind of choose what you'd like to do. I just like the gold. It kind of offsets on the gold of the flower. What's the name of the stamp set on flower? Oh, this is called, I'm sorry, I should have said that. Celebrate Sunflowers. It's a wonderful bundle. I love it. Anything sunflowers. And you know, this is actually one of the items that I am requested a lot about is the sunflowers. And I've done some in the past. You can go back and look on my videos and see some. But see how it's just kind of, it's darker over here. It's going to be lighter in some spots. And it just gives it a little bit of a fun background. I better move this because I'm blowing all over it. I'm going to have gold splatters on that. Alright, almost done. So if you guys watch Grey's and, hi Charlene. If you guys watch Grey's and Station 19 last week, oh gosh. There is still time if anybody wants to participate. You can still sign up. Just make sure you give me your numbers. I won't go hunt them down. It'll take time, but just kind of let me know. All right, so there we go. So you can tell that we've got like some in the background, some in the foreground, and I'm okay. We're pretty much covering up a lot of that, so I'm not really too worried about how it looks or anything like that. It just adds some texture in the background. So now we're going to take, you're going to have this brown strip. I'm just going to align this one up and I'll tell you about how high. So if you do it, let's do it this way. So for the white, I went down 2.5 inches is where I put this. And I'm going to put glue on it because oh, Joan, isn't it? Oh, gosh. In the background from the music, no stamp. No, Jennifer, it is the time-worn one. This is the new one. I love this one. Okay, I hope I'm not missing any questions. I'm going to try and keep glancing up. All right, so I'm going to put glue because it's going onto an embossed piece. We're going to turn this because this is the top side. I'm going to go down 2.5 inches, and that's just kind of where I figured that I liked it, where the flowers seem to fit nicely, and I just go straight across. Now, I did make your pieces a little bit long so that you can, I just wanted to make sure that they weren't going to be too short on the white, because you know how sometimes you can think you're cutting them all the same and they don't end up all the same. So I made them a tad long so you can kind of just cut them. Okay, so there's that. All right, and now we can go ahead and put it on the green. There's nothing tied behind it or anything. We're not doing any ribbon or bows or anything like that. I thought the gold was more than enough. I'm sharing my bedazzled with you guys. I just love, 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 love the bedazzled. Sadly, it's not in the new catalog. I don't know if it's coming ever back, but we can hope, right? All right, so we're just gonna slide this. Okay, make sure it's nice and flat. All right. Okay, so now let's set this aside. I'm going to bring my little tablet back in, my piece here, and we're going to bring out our sunflower. So of course this was cut by this large one here, okay, and then the small one here is going to be cut here. So I'll tell you that. So far right now we have Old Olive 4 by 5 1/4, the basic white 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. The espresso strip we put on is 1 1/2 by 3 7/8. So that's where we're at on that. The bedazzled piece is 3 3/8 by 5 1/4, and this fits your flower and then your branch on there, and I'll show you that in a minute. But for now, we're going to take our pumpkin pie. This is crushed curry. Right, Steph? I got to be careful. So I'm going to take pumpkin pie on crushed curry, and I'm just going to start off and just kind of come on, and we're going to give it just that little bit of a deeper, see how this is, and it just looks a little deeper than crushed curry or melon mango or mango melody or any of those, but it just gives it a little more of a depth to it. I think it just makes it richer looking. This is really a simple card. It's just a little bit of die cutting. Okay. Now remember, the edges look nice and dark, but you're going to be putting your bedazzling over that. So you want to make sure you kind of get that all brought in the inside. And then what I did is I kind of went to the inside and kind of stayed there and made it a little darker. And you'll see when you put your gold on there that it'll feel like you have a little bit of a two-tone coloring there. All right, so that was pumpkin pie on crushed curry. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our silicone mat. And now we're going to go to our images here. And I think it's, oh, so you can see a little bit. So here's the sunflower. And then here are the two branches. And those are from here. These two here. So you're going to do two of them in bedazzled. And you're going to get them all included in your kit. And then I took the double one. I only did the single one here, but I changed it up because I wanted a little more green up here. So we're going to do the double one in the green. So you'll get that. So now what we're going to do is carefully. Now, the easiest thing to do is you're going to get a pokey tool or something, because you're going to get all these little pieces. So I just like to poke them downward so they stay on the mat as much as you can, but be careful because you want to pull up the outside of the flower, okay, and not, you don't want to break your pieces here, okay. So this part, and I wanted to show you this. I'm not going to pull it off ahead of time because I'm going to show you kind of just what you got to do. And just kind of lift it up around the corners and just keep poking down, and you'll see it's really easy to see where you need to poke down. You just got to be careful. And just keep poking that down. There's a little piece that's going to get away. Trying to hop on. All right, so you can see it's coming up. Now you're going to have these pokies in the inside, and it's up to you. I like to poke out as many as I can. So you can see right here. So you can see like the orange, the paper through it. Oh, thank you, Anne. I appreciate it. And so make sure you, if you want those poked out, which I like to, but we can poke them out the opposite way, and I'll show you. It's easier to look at. Okay. These are just very sticky because it's on adhesive. I guess I should have said that. This is on adhesive for you. So this is how you're going to get it. Otherwise, it die cuts really nicely and quickly. But this is on adhesive, and you don't want this all over the place. So I try to leave them on here. Now, that being said, if you can get all of these little pieces and keep them on your mat as closely as you can probably cut, like, let's say a black sunflower out and put the gold on the inside or something. So if you can, keep them. And you can, even if they don't fall exactly back down into place, it's easy to find the piece that you need if you keep them all together. Okay, so here we go. We're going to lift this piece up. See how all those pieces are pretty much right there? So you can kind of keep them, and look at that perfect little circle. All right, so this piece is trying to run away. And now from the back side, you can see the holes. And so I just try to poke what I can. It's not going to be earth shattering if you don't get them, but I do like to see that yellow, the paper. And you could poke them out this way too. They're going to be on the front, but you can wipe them off. It's not a big deal. So just poke what you can out. And some people, it doesn't bother them, or they don't want them, and that's fine too. I like them. Now, if I were doing a bunch of these, I did mark my stamp when I stamped, when I usually stamp stuff, so I know which way everything is pointing. And so with the die, you could do the same thing. You can mark the die and then, you know, mark your paper and know which way. But it's really not that hard to line it up. But if you're doing a bunch, it might be a little easier. All right, so let's take this aside first. Oops, we're going to bring in our flower. And now we just have to figure out where our flower is. What I do is these two leaves right here, they're really slanted downward. Okay, so I like to look for those, which are right here. And there's 3. Okay, so you can see that these 3 line up. So I just look for the slanted, these 3 slanted leaves. Okay, and then I'm just going to work my way around. Okay, work your way, make sure they line up. And it's fairly easy. Okay, there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this. So this is slipperier. And I'm going to lay that down there and just get a bone folder and just kind of go on it and make sure that your sunflower is nice and stuck. Hi Katie, welcome. We're just doing our very first card. All right, so we're going to just adhere these together, emboss that. We're going to do that. So let's put this on dimensionals. So I'm just going to bring out a full pack. Well, here's almost a full pack. We'll just do these. All right. And so let's put this on, and I'm just going to kind of do it towards the middle because we've got some other items that we're going to be putting on there. So we have that. So let's just set that aside. And now you're going to get 2 leaves. Okay. And you could take and brush some old olive or make them darker, but I didn't feel the need to. I kind of liked them with just, I wanted them to stay nice and bright. I did not do these on adhesive, so we'll just kind of put this on here. Thank you, Gloria. All right, so just kind of and then I don't squeeze the bottle, and I just kind of tap the little edges there, just so it has a little place to stick down. And I am going to use my tweezers here. I start at the bottom, and then I just work it, and I'm not worried about that glue, so don't worry about it, it'll come off. Okay, and just lightly set it down, because when the glue, like I've always said, starts to get a little tacky, then it will not ooze out so much. All right, so I just like to get that little extra off, but it's going to dry and it's going to be fine. And even when it's dry, you can clean it up. But I like to just kind of clean it up a little bit. Okay, so we'll put that one aside. Oh, my hand's all sticky. So hopefully next month we'll have a lot of bingo players again. I know December's a busy month for everybody, but I think we'll have a lot of fun. I wanted to do the new catalog, but I don't think that's a good idea, because I won't be able to send out your kits until January 4th. So I kind of decided against that, because I don't think everybody's going to want to wait. But we have so much more in this main annual catalog or the holiday catalog. So let me know what you're interested in, so I can decide on what I'm going to do. And because I haven't decided yet. Let me know what you'd like to see. And I can do a combination of stuff. I do have a list of what people have kind of asked about, so maybe I'll go through that and add. Okay, so I think that's good. We'll just move that aside now that my paper is sticky right here. And these. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our flower on and get an idea of what we want to do. And I kind of liked, it doesn't matter, but I liked these 3 kind of just over here. I don't know why, I just did. All right, so we're going to put this right about here. And let's not forget our centerpiece. And of course the flowers, don't forget, you can take this and use that another time. Like if you do the black one or a different color, and you don't even have to have, you know, any other bedazzle, but that would be a really fun center of your flower. Okay, so let's do this. Turn these over. I'm just going to put 2 on them. And I like to just overlap them a little bit. So we're going to put one just poking out like right here. Like right about there. Remember, you're going to have the card base, so it can go over just a tiny bit. And then we're going to overlay this one just a little over that one. And there we go. So that's fun. Okay, so now your gold up here, remember you still have these. So we're going to pull these off And be very, very careful because they are kind of dainty, delicate. We're going to take the center off there, and I'm just going to pull up, and they're very sticky. So when you take a hold here and you pull it up, and then you want to let go to move your fingers up some, be careful because when you pull, you're going to pull that whole little stem off. So be very careful about that. You don't want to do that. You kind of want to move up into the center though, so you can pull your pieces up and off. These are tricky, but I thought having the adhesive would be way better than not. Okay, so there's a long stick in the middle here. It's kind of sticking to it. Okay, so there's kind of like threads inside the bedazzle. So be really careful because those little threads will stick, okay? So you're going to get this long piece right here, right in the middle of that. So just be careful that you got to get that taken out. And then we're going to go ahead and put this in here. So what I like to do is kind of fan them apart because you want them to kind of take up some space. So I'm going to start with kind of down here, and I'm going to go down here, and you can lift up your dimensional, okay, and just kind of get it down in there where you want it. And as long as I'm going to go down, as long as I have room to where I can put this and this and stick them, okay? So as long as I have that, then you can just stick that down there, and then your dimensional is going to go right on top. And you don't have to push down really hard because we're not done yet. Now we're going to get the other gold and pull. This one's much easier because there's not two, there's only one. There's not two, but you still got to be careful because the center is that little tiny thin strip right there. So same thing, I'm going to go over to this side, and I'm just going to go right on the outside of that. I want it way up in the corner. Okay, and we're just going to stick it right about there. Okay, and now we have the green, and I am going to cut the green. Yeah, we're going to cut the green. I'm going to cut the longer strip here off, like right here. Okay, and then we're going to add just some glue. You could do a glue dot if you want, but I just want to make sure that it's going to slide down where I want it. All right, so we're just going to stick this one like right about there. Okay, and I didn't put any on the very top, and I'm okay with that, but it's up most of the way. But I like it to give it a little bit of 3D, so you don't have to. And we'll put this one, just kind of tuck it in right there. I just want to kind of add it right there. All right, now we have your dimensionals. And if you feel like you've been pulling this up too much and it is now kind of bent because you've been doing that, just add another dimensional. Just go down a little ways and add it, and then press down, and you're all good to go. Okay, so there's that. So now we have our card, and we can actually put it on our card base now. We'll just use glue. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so there is our card base. Okay, so we'll set that aside. And now we're going to do our sentiment. So you're going to get this strip of paper. And what we're going to do is we're going to do Let's Celebrate You. Oh, let's put it on the block straight. Okay, and I did it in Memento. The die used behind the sunflower. The embossing folder, yeah, is time worn. Time worn is it? If it's a die, if it's the little die you're talking about that I just added, it's the branches in the sunflower. So that's what that is. And then you can use that with this over it, this with this over it. That's what you can also just use this, which is what I did with the early espresso. All right, so we're going to ink this all up with Memento. We're getting ready for our first game. So if there's anybody that wants to participate, you still have time to sign up. But do it quickly. Now you don't have to worry too much about it being straight. You want to make sure that it is all on the card base though, because that U could come off. Okay, so there you go. And then the next thing I did is I took Old Olive. Sorry, I'm moving a couple things out of the way. Take your Old Olive, and then you're going to have the two leaves. I know I'm looking right at them because I put them on a block and I can't see them. Oh, because I moved them someplace else. Okay, so now you're going to take your leaves, and you just want this one leaf. So just go over to the one leaf and get it nice and green. See, there it is, just one leaf. And we're just going to put it right next to our sentiment. Okay, just the one leaf, just like that. We're just going to add a little bit down there instead of it being just words. Okay, so now you also still have some bedazzle that you could do little hearts out of, you know, different little, I mean, you can do the little flower punch. There's still things you can use. So hold on to that if you want, or at least the circle part. Okay, so now this is done, and all I did is cut it out. So I'm going to start up here and just kind of come around the L, and then I just come straight down, not too far from the words, and I just kind of curve with it. Not a lot, but you can tell just kind of along the words. Okay, you kind of go up in there with the Y. You know, it depends on you how far you want to go up. And if you want to go make it super close, not very close. Okay, it's up to you. So when I come up around this leaf, okay, I'm going to cut that part off. When I come up around this leaf, I'm going to come up around. And you see where the leaf starts to jag, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to go in and out. Nothing perfect, just kind of along the same lines that is. And then I'm going to turn. You want to be somewhat close. And I'm going to do a little jagging right here too. Not a lot, but I want that leaf to kind of have some character. And then you're going to go right along those letters. And like I said, it just depends on how much you want it to be, how close you want it to be. It doesn't have to be that close. Okay, so just kind of come up over the R. We're going to go around the B and go down. It just gives it a little more character. You don't have to worry about it being straight, especially if you kind of do a sentiment and you wanted it to be straight and it didn't come out very straight. You can always do this. And you'll notice it's my left hand moving the paper and my right hand is just doing the scissors. Okay, round it off again. And there you go. So there is your sentiment. Hello, Elaine. Oh, it's probably on sale, Katie. You better check. This one is a must-have. I love the sunflowers. All right, so I'm going to use the mini dimensionals on this one. And I even have some little pieces cut out, so let's see what we got. All right, so I like to start out with my larger ones, so we'll just put some large ones where we can. Kind of right here. And because it's such a delicate little sentiment, I try to fill it up with dimensionals if I can. Okay, so those are good. And then I've got some little tiny pieces here. So I'll put this in between, a little line. I'm going to add one to the bottom because it is on the bottom of the card. And I'm going to add, you could take just the strips also, the foam strips, and put it on here. That would be nice. And then, but I've got all these little tiny pieces, so I'm just going to do that. Okay, so I'm feeling good about that. Almost ready for bingo. Are you guys ready? Okay, we're going to take all of these off. These are tiny. My granddaughter, we had so much fun. My gosh, she's getting big. She keeps reminding me that she's going to be 7. But she was so happy that I came to see her. All right, so we're going to now, what I did is I put the L and the B kind of in between the branches, or the leaves, I should say, so that this kind of fits right up there, because it's going to hang off just a tad. And if you wanted to, you could move it up and make sure that your sentiment's going to go there, but it's pretty darn close. So I'm just going to go right about, I think I'm going to go this way to the right. Okay, so you just put it on there wherever you'd like, wherever it fits. And there is the first card. Oh, let's see, the first one. So I didn't do, I'm trying to, like, you could do this with markers, and you could put it on the inside. You could add a sentiment in there. You could do whatever you want. I'm not going to do the inside because that's pretty self-explanatory. So all I did is I actually just use my markers and color it up how you want to. Okay, so super simple. And then there is your card. So we can add that there. And that is card number 1. Yay. Okay, so number 1. And now it's time for bingo. All right. Are you guys ready for some bingo? Yay, yay, yay. Trying to move all my stuff. Okay. Time for bingo. Time for a little drink. Is there anybody that participated that didn't let me know that I need to know your numbers? Let me know. This is going to be for, I'm going to do 4 $50 gift cards, or shopping on my website. Normally I like to try to do 100, but we have way less people this time, and it's probably going to be like that through the holidays, unfortunately. So hopefully next month we'll get a bigger group. All right, and then I do have a bonus gift at the end, and you must be online because you're going to play online, okay? So it'll be a good gift, a good prize. All right, so the first number, do you guys know how to play? So if I call your number, you're going to put a B in the chat, okay? So if I call, let's say you have number 10, you're going to put a B in the chat and just hit enter, and your B will be up there. And then if I call a second number, that's yours, like a 12, then you're going to put BI. And so I know you have 2 numbers. And then whoever puts bingo first will get the bingo, but there will be consolation prizes. So I need a haircut. So there will be consolation prizes. So make sure you put bingo if you have bingo. And then I'll verify the numbers and we'll move on. Does that make sense? If anybody has questions, let me know. All right, so here we go. Good luck, everybody. Number 3. I'm going to do the first 5 a little quicker just because we have to have that many. Number 2. Number 7. Number 18. Number 6. Okay, that could be our first possible bingo. Eileen, is that a BI? I just want to make sure. All right, next one. 22. 25. 'Getting more B's up there. 30. 4 B's. Yay. Step with the BI. 19. All right, Karen. Cheryl with the B. Yay. 8. 27. 23. I'm going to put one more there. Ooh, Joan with a BIN. That was quick. Look how fast that can happen. All right, number 10. Number 20. Oh, lots of BIs now. Oops. Okay, number 9. Ooh, Dorothy with a BIN. And Perry. Both of that was quick. Number 1. Hi, Diane with a BIN. Woo, Joe. BING. And a lot of BINs coming up. All right, here we go. Ooh, BING, Dorothy. Number 12. Number 12. This is for a $50 shopping on my blog, on my Stampin' Up! Store. Okay. Now's a good time with a sale and everything. 21. 21. Ooh, Stephanie with the B-I-N-G. Okay. 29. Ooh, Eileen's coming up. Jennifer, Nancy. Ooh, it's going to be close. All right. 5. 5 is the next number. Look at all those B-I-N-Gs. Cheryl. Okay, I'm going to shake, shake, shake. I mean, tonight's a good night for you guys because there's not very many people, so your chances are high. 14. 14. Nancy Lee has bingo. Congratulations. Is there anybody else? I'm going to check Nancy's numbers. All right, so Nancy, your numbers, I'm looking for them. 1, 2, 3, 14, and 29. Congratulations, Nancy Lee. Welcome you to bingo with the prize. So Nancy Lee, bingo number 1. Congratulations. Is there anybody else? Yeah, Debbie, I'm glad it's working. All right, congratulations. I don't see any others. Good job. Ooh, there's a lot of close ones there, wasn't there? All right, so our next card is a masculine card. Yay, masculine. So I love this set, and I thought it would be a lot of fun to use it for a masculine card. So it's just simple, and it's more plants, not flowers, and so I thought it was kind of a cool card. So I'm going to give you the measurements on it. As we go here, so you're going to get a kit just like this. Okay, so you are going to cut your Night of Navy 6 3/8 by 5 1/2, and you're going to score it 2 1/8. So basically it's going to be a full card folded, and you're just going to cut the top in half. And then we're going to take some layers here. So let's start. Let's just move this up here. We're going to start with, we'll take the inside and set it aside because we're going to be stamping on that. We're going to take your gray and your white. Okay, so your gray and your white, you're going to have your white is going to be 2 by 5 1/8, and your gray DSP is Smoky Slate, and it's 1 7/8 by 5 1/8. Okay, so first we're going to stamp and color this. Thanks, you guys. We're going to bring back in, I've got drawers open everywhere. We're going to bring back in this. Let's just take this one off. Oh. Okay, we'll just use this side. And what I decided is I wanted to add some texture. So I have this. These are the inks we're going to use. Smoky Slate, Basic Gray, Night of Navy, and Mary Merlot. Okay, we're going to, the stamp set I'm using now is the Natural Textures. I love anything with textures or splatters or anything like that I buy. So we're going to use that. We're going to use Handsomely Suited for this sentiment here. All of the description should be listed below and will be on my blog also. And then, of course, the Forever Fern. Okay. And what's nice about this is there's no die cutting, right? So this is a nice simple card for people that are newer to stamping, not quite sure what to do. So I'm going to move those out of the way. We're going to use basic gray on Smoky Slate. Really simple. We're just going to take it and stamp. You want to stamp off a little bit because you want to make sure you get it to the top of the card, right? Take it again, go up over, and if you go over a little bit, it's not a big deal. You can actually, and what I didn't do there, you can see the lines here, and you can go up right about to where your lines are. Ooh. And then see how it lines up much better, and I didn't do that to begin with because I forgot. But you could just go right to where your lines are kind of lining up, but it really doesn't matter. A lot of it's going to be covered, and it's just kind of to give you that, just some texture on there, and also to make it just a little more masculine. So that's what we did there. And now we're going to do some create our DSP. So we're going to take our inside piece, and we have our leaves over here. So let's start out with our Mary Merlot. And so I do one color at a time. So I'm going to take the Mary Merlot, and I'm going to get it nice and inky for the inside of the card. And I'm just going to kind of go right about 3 different spots here just along the edge. Okay. And then I'm going to move that one over, and I'm going to bring in, I'm going to make sure this is our, going to line up under our gray. So we'll put that with this one. And if you see, we've got our white here. So you're going to get a larger white. Your blue, your Night of Navy is going to go on it. This is your DSP white. Okay. So we're going to put that aside. And so this size here is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. So we're going to take our red, our Mary Merlot, and you're just going to kind of put it, and see how I just kind of went off the edge just a little bit? You just kind of want to go slightly off. Patsy, if you're behind on the bingo, you need to scroll your viewing bar over or refresh because you're behind, and I just don't want you to miss the next bingo. Okay, so there's that. So we're done with the Mary Merlot. So I'm going to put this over here so I don't stick my arm in it. All right, so there's that. Now let's move on. And we are going to still use the gray, so I'm going to leave that out. We're going to use the larger, and I like to kind of go larger to smaller or darker to lighter. It just depends. So I like to get the red out of the way and move it so I don't get anything, because that could be awful. So I'm just going to get Night of Navy, or excuse me, yeah, Night of Navy with the larger leaf here. And we're just going to kind of come in the side. And remember, we've got other little ones to come in. All right, so we're going to come in here. And I'm going to kind of come in a little bigger than I did before, because you want to kind of fill up that spot. And then we're going to fill this up over here. And I'm going to add just a little right there. I did another gray right there, but I want to do the blue. So we're going to set that right there. And now we're going to take this and we're going to do the same thing. Kind of just get your blue on there. Okay. And I'm not worried. Well, I think I will do just a little tad blue right there, because I just kind of like to make it look like it's all kind of coming through. So we're done with the blue. I'm going to move that one out of the way. Now we're going to do the basic gray, and we're going to take one of the little leaves here. I like the one curving to the right, maybe because I'm right-handed and that's just the way I kind of see it going, but it doesn't matter. And so I'm just going to come right up here. I'm trying not to go over everything. And what I did notice here is I have the stem here, so I'm going to turn it the other way so that the stem can kind of be behind the happy birthday, probably. And then we'll come in this way too. Okay, I'm going to do another little one there. And I think I'll do one right there. Okay, so I'm good with that one. Move that out of the way. And then same with this. We're going to kind of come in close to the others because, you know, you want your text, your room to stamp. If you have a sentiment that you want to put on the inside, or if you just want to, I'm going to go right in here. Right there. We can go inside a little bit. And I'm going to ink this up and just try to do the front part. Okay, so you see lightly the end part, but I really wanted that darker part to kind of go there, so I'm good with this. So we'll set that aside. Thanks, you guys. All right, then I'm going to come in with our smoky slate, and I'm going to bring in the splatter. So we used Mary Merlot. We used Night of Navy, the right one. See how there's a right and a left? I used the right one with Basic Gray, and then we're going to use this with the smoky slate. All right, and this is just kind of to fill in some spots. So I am just, it doesn't really matter if you're going over things. It's just to kind of fill in some space a little, and that's it for that. That's what I want. And then this one, same thing. You're just kind of filling in your white spots. Okay. So just kind of fill in like that. And you want to do a little heavier. This is going to be covered up, so you want to make sure you do get your edges so that that's seen, right? So that looks good. All right, put those all over. All right, so look how quick that was. Now we're going to bring in our sentiment. So let's put those over there. I love these colors. All right, so I have glue right here. So what are you guys interested in seeing on the next bingo? Let me know for December if you have some ideas of what you'd like to see. Like I said, I do have some lists of what people are wanting to see. So I did Night of Navy for the sentiment. You're going to notice it's on a big block. Like I've told you, if you follow me, I like to put them on a little bit bigger so I can see the paper in the block, so I can get it to be centered where I want it. Okay, so now my head's probably going to get in the way. I have to move it lower. And we're just going to put that right there. So what I try to do when I'm doing this is I kind of glance and I look that the A Happy 2U is within the paper, but then I look at the 2U and I try to make it as straight as I can along the bottom of the paper. And that way I know that it's going to be parallel, at least with the bottom, and hopefully the paper square. So then that way you can kind of fix it from there. So I'm just going to put that off so that dries. Let's bring in our pieces here that we're going to adhere together. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do yet for December. I actually just thought, oh no, I need to come up with a date for December so I can share it. So I want to let everybody know. I know the weekends are going to be crazy with holiday parties and such, so I didn't want to do that. And Tuesdays actually seem to work for, you know, most people, so. Right, Cheryl? I just love this. And you can make this a birthday, anniversary. I mean, there's so many things you can do with this. I'm going to leave that for a minute. Let's finish this. But think about the colors you can use with this stamp set. You could do, of course, my favorites are like poppy and mango and, you know, the yellows, the daffodil pinks. I mean, there's so much you could do with it. And you can put it on here and it would be so pretty. Oh, you know what? I forgot. You don't want to adhere this until you do the birthday, because I'm going to pull out my silicone mat because I already put glue on it. And because I want to make sure that these are, you know, going to be, I didn't make them too long, too short, whatever. Just make sure anytime you do something like this, that if you're going to adhere it straight down, and I'm going to just put glue on this because I just want to make sure I can get it right in center. So it's left and it's flush, left and right. So we're going to put that on there. All right. And then I'm going to pick that up, make sure it's looking right to me. And that seems right. Yes, I have something every weekend in December. It's just nuts. Christmas parties every weekend. Work, family. Okay, so now, you know, guide where you want to put it. Now, if you could put it down here, if you wanted to add and die cut some more leaves out, or maybe do these in a lighter color or something, and then, you know, add some branches there and use your die cuts, there's all kinds that you can do. So I'm just going to put it up here because that's where I want it. Okay, and now I'm going to lift this up because it already has adhesive. And we're going to adhere it on here. Okay. So hopefully my head's not in the way. All right, so there we go. And you could pop that up. You could do whatever you want. All right, so let's adhere. Oh, come on. All right, we're going to adhere this inside. Hi, Cindy. Welcome. Thank you so much for sharing. Oh, Elaine, you are welcome. They're awesome. I love them. I just have them in the drawer next to me, and so I don't move them around. I don't want them tipping all over, but they're sure handy. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add our gray here onto our white. And I'm going to just, let's put this on here. Why not? So I can see good. I want to do, oh, I think I'm going to do adhesive. You know, it's funny. It seems like my husband goes to Costco every bingo night. So he's like, oh, well, I might as well run to Costco. And I'm like, oh, well, that's good because then I don't have to. He's filling up his time while I'm doing bingo. All right, so there we go. We'll add this on here. And the size I gave you on this, so I think I gave you the sizes for everything. The sentiment, actually, I don't think I did. The navy was 2 1/4 by 1 1/8, and the basic white is 2 1/4 by 1. So I kind of just went with, you know, the old fancy fold that's super popular, but I added white in the background and, you know, just kind of changed it up a little bit. I kind of like to line these up. They're not the same size, so I kind of go down a little bit. Just make it in the middle. There we go. And now this I'm going to do with glue. Look how pretty that is. So what I do is I do it on this because you don't want to go too long. So what I do is I kind of put this, get an idea where you're going to put it and how much you want, and then I just kind of hold my thumbnail right there, and then I know to go up this way, right? So we're just going to go up, and I'm just going to go right in there. Okay, so that should be fine. I did get a little glue there, so what I'm going to do is start downward and just kind of wipe it up a little bit right there. I like to open it just to make sure that I don't have glue hanging out, and I don't. And now I'm just going to kind of make sure that it looks even to me. And don't look at your design here, because that doesn't necessarily mean it's even. You want to look at your line over there and make sure that that looks good. All right, that's card number 2. So there you go. Card number 2, simple, simple. What is the December date? Oh, the December date is right here. The 14th at 5 o'clock on a Tuesday again. Seems to be a really popular, good day for everybody. So that will be that day. All right, so that's card number 2. We are on to another bingo. So we'll put this aside. And we're on to a bingo again. Thanks, you guys. Now remember, if this is your first time playing, what's going to happen is after bingo, I will go back through the video and I will mark where card number 1 starts, where card number 2 starts. So when you come back, you don't have to listen to all of our chit chat. You can just go straight to the card making and start with project 1, project 2, and just, you know, onward. So that's what I do, and it'll be easy for you to find the card directions, and you can follow along. Thanks, everybody. All right, time for bingo. Here we go, bingo number 2. So first number is 5. Second number is 9. Okay, third number is 25. Hi, Laura, welcome. I hope you guys are all taking advantage of the sale. It's a perfect time to stock up on your cardstock. Get maybe an extra ink pad. Maybe there's one that's really loved and used, or it's the old style and you've been wanting to go to the new style, but you just haven't yet. And now is a great time to do that. The new styles are so wonderful. Or it's time to draw another number, 7. Or those dies, like I said, sometimes you just like those extra sets of dies. Ooh, lots of bees. Ooh, okay, we're going to go with 8. And then I'm going to do 3. Oh, after 8, because I pulled both at the same time. I don't want anybody that has a 3 say, oh, she chose the 8. So we're just going to do 3 next. All right, so 3. Ah, Laura, got it. Number 1. Ooh, a lot of B's and bee eyes. Number 4. $13. B-I-N, good job. 19. Hi, Olivia. Ooh. 17. All right, got some BINs going. 6. I'm sorry, you guys. Those words are kind of in the way. Okay, 21. Ooh, Eileen, B-I-N-G. Katie's got a B-I-N. All right, 29. Stephanie's got a B-I-N. Katie, lots of B-I-Ns. Ooh, Eileen's got a bingo. All right, let me check. Anybody else? Oh, that was quick. Let's see. 3, 7, 13, 21, 29. Congratulations. Karen, you don't have a bingo, right? You're just saying for Eileen, or do you also? Where's your numbers? 1, 4, 1. Okay, so you were saying Eileen. Okay, congratulations, Eileen. So again, $50 shopping on at my store. Congratulations. So how that works, everybody, if you do not know, what you'll do is you will send me a message with your order of what you'd like, and I will put the order in for you and have it shipped directly to you. Okay. I'm going to have to think about something here. I'm glad, Olivia. Okay. I'm thinking about your orders. So the orders right now are going to be, don't forget, I think you're going to get the sale price if you choose paper, inks, or dies. And any, if you decide to make it a 150 to get the party, you get the Stampin' rewards and all of that. It'll go right to you. So don't worry about any of that. So we've got 2. Now, card number 3. Ooh, we're going to use a punch. I love punches. I know. I'm thinking like so hard right now. I've got so much going on. I've got stuff everywhere. And we are going to do another drawing at the end. So I'm just going to put these behind me because I'm running out of space. We're going to do another drawing at the end for everybody that's watching. So this is card number 3. Cute, simple. I love the technique. It is a lot of fun. So let's get started. Oops, there we go. I know, Steph, don't pick on me. All right, so the color we are going to use is, what did I do with my color? Did I use it for another card? Well, that's just weird. Okay, well, let me pull it. I think I pulled it, and then I was like, that's not the color, but that was the other card. So we're using Mango Melody and Poppy Parade. It's a really fun, simple card. It's a great card that you could use with, okay, hold on, my footstool is running away from me. There we go. It's a great card you could use with DSP, and I love DSP. This is from Pattern Play. So this is what your card kit's going to look like. You're using Poppy Parade, Mango Melody, and you're going to be using Memento. So here is card number 3. We're going to do 8 leaves, and you can choose to put as many of those on as you like. I'm sending you 8. you're going to get 3 of the black matte dots. And then here's your paper. This is for your flowers. The smaller one is for your sentiment, and then the larger one is for your DSP. So your basic white here is 2.5 by 4. Your buffalo pattern here is 3 1/4 by 4. And then of course this is just a scratch piece that I put in there for you so you could do your flowers. So we are, because they're stamped, I can't send you those. So we're going to put that up there for now. Actually, let's do our thanks a bunch. Here's our flower here. And I think I forgot to mount this here. All right. All right, so here we go. We'll take this off. Here is our memento. So we know, if by looking at this, you know that it's just up a ways. So if you put your sentiment first, then you have an idea of your placement for your branches and your leaves and things. So I'm just going to put this at the bottom here, and I'm just going to go right about here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in just a ways from the right. You don't want to be right up against the edge. And I like to just hold my stamp there for a bit. But see, there's just some little space there. So I could put a leaf up there if I wanted to. So you kind of want to, you know, do that. All right, so then we're going to set this aside and that white, and let's work on our flowers. We already did the leaves, and this is from the symmetrical stem. And this is a really great punch to do leaves. Yes, I could have used something out of this. So what I was going to do, this is the, I'm calling it a dahlia because it looks a lot like it. It could be a chrysanthemum or something different. I don't know. But if you know what flower that is, let me know. The leaf is, the feather is something I was going to try to make into a leaf. And then I decided not to do that because I wanted, if you don't have this set, you can use what flower you want, but you're still going to have some leaves to be able to use in whatever flower you choose. But Positive Thoughts is really fun. And then again, here's another example of the dies. I mean, look at this. This has a beautiful frame. And then you've got a feather here that you don't need. Like this is the one that cuts out that feather, but this is a feather that would be a lot of fun that you can, you know, use. You've got a tiny butterfly right here, which I think I have it here. Look how cute this is. Okay, so these are just other things I did with this, but look at these little tiny butterflies, how cute they are. So you could have added a little butterfly, you know, up here too. Okay, just like stuck a little butterfly on your flower or whatever. But, and then you have this. Look how cute that is. And this is in the die. That's this one right here. To add just almost on anything. It's just adorable. So this is a great set. Again, the dies alone with this frame with the little dots around it and this, right? So really, really cute. So let's get busy. So again, symmetrical stem is the punch. I love punches. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to take our Mango Melody, thank you to Shauna, and we are going to take a dauber for our Poppy Parade. So you've seen me do this on other sets, right? So we're going to take this first and we're going to put it in our Mango Melody. Okay, ink it up. Then we're going to take our Poppy Parade and we're just going to pounce it in the middle. And I'm going to do a 3 diagonal flowers because we're going to cut this off and it will fit. Hopefully I get it on here right. I didn't make those super dark, but that's okay. Now you're going to want to wipe this off in between because you don't want to put the red, the poppy in your mango. But you can pull out another scratch piece if you want. So we're going to go down again. This probably has plenty on it, so I'm going to go press a little harder. and go up here. Okay, and then same thing, and you can put less of the poppy if you want, or more, whatever you want. And then again, poppy. And see, I had all these lighter branches kind of all facing this way, and then that way, let's hope I can fit this on here. I hope I gave you guys a big enough piece. It worked at one time. But let's die cut them out and see what happens. So there we go. There's our 3 flowers. And you can choose whatever colors you want. I like to do bright and cheerful if I can. All right, so we'll just put that over there. And now we're going to die cut these out with this. Somebody had asked me about my baby wipes today, and they're Kirkland brand, and they're from Costco because they don't leave lint on anything, and I love them. And somebody had heard me say that in a video not long ago and said, what brand was it? I heard you got them at Costco. And it is the Kirkland brand. And you can order them online. My upline wanted them. I'm trying to find my upline wanted them, and so we ordered them online for her. There we go. My plates were missing. Why do I have a plate missing? Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. I have, like, you can tell I have a little bit of these, and I couldn't find them. Okay. And so you can get, there was the unscented ones, and that's what she got, and they worked perfectly fine for her. So don't worry about that. If you only get unscented. Okay, so how I was so quickly able to get this. See this little spot right here with this the kind of a flat spot right there. That is where it goes in between right here on these two right here. So it just goes right up there. I'm gonna align everything up and get our first flower. And I'm just gonna put a little piece of tape. This tape's been used many, many times, but it holds just enough. Okay. And we're just gonna feed that through. Did the storage box come with the wipes? No. The first storage box I bought was from, I want to say TJ Maxx or something like that. Maybe Marshall's or something. I bought it for my daughter when my granddaughter was born. So that's how old that is. This one I turned apparently. So that one I bought for her when my granddaughter was born. So when I started using the baby wipes just to clean off my stamps, I ordered one on Amazon. So it's just a baby wipe holder. So check on Amazon and you'll find it. And sometimes they have different colors. I actually just bought one that's smaller, and it's just a little one, like for traveling, because I thought that would be really great to take to swaps and things and classes or whatever. All right, one more. You would think I would have had this part done, but I did not. I'm sorry. All right, so here we go. This one's going to go this way. And most of, like I said, most of the cards, there's not a lot of stamping on them. These I kind of went with, except the last one. The last one will have some stamping, but no die cutting. So kind of pick and choose a couple different ideas. So again, don't forget to let me know what stamp set that you would like. What stamp set and dies are you using on this card? It is called Positive Thoughts and Nature's Thoughts. I should move this paper before I do it. So here are the dies. And then this is the stamp set. So Nature's Thoughts, Positive Thoughts. I really like this stamp set. I really like it because even though I'm using it as the main focal point for this card, it's really a great set to use for background things or fillers, because you can see right here you've got you know, a feather and a butterfly and a flower and this little thing here, these leaves. And these leaves are really pretty. I don't know if I have any in here. Nope. But these are all really pretty. This is really nice to add in the middle of a flower if you just want to die cut and add a little something to it. So it's really nice. It's a nice set. And I really like this and the frame. So it gives it some little extra. Okay, now it's time to assemble. Super easy. Yes, it's in the current catalog. Hi, Marcie. Oh, hi, Bonnie. It is late for you. Oh, thank you. Very sweet. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add these on. And what I like to do, and I'm going to do this upside down for right now because I just adhered it, is you want to put this on here and get an idea of your width from top to bottom. That's why I made this a little longer so that you can kind of adjust it how you want. So let's go ahead and put this on like a normal 4 by 5 1/4, right? And then we're going to go ahead and put this on. See how you can move it up and get it right to the space that you want it. Let me make sure that these are measured the same. Yeah. So we'll do the same thing here. Okay, I went off a little. Oh, you're welcome. Days to remember. I'm going to have to look that up, Joan. Let me write that down. Days to remember. All right. Thank you. All right, so now you want to make sure that they're even here, but you also want to make sure that you're even on the bottom. So kind of get an idea on the bottom about where you're at. Now just lean forward a bit and place that, but not really hard. You want to just kind of make sure this is what you want. And I am good with that. Okay, so that's the secret there. Now we got to get our dimensionals. Hi, Carol. All right, let's get our large dimensionals here first and put them on our flowers. And I just put 2. I mean, you could even put more if you wanted, because you're going to be sticking the branches in there. You don't want to put too much. But all these cards go together fairly quickly. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to place them just kind of what I'm thinking where I want them. Okay, I'm going to turn these over. This one's really dark. I think I'm going to put that one in the middle just to kind of even that out a bit. I'm going to put this one, I'm going to put the lighter inside. So I'm just going to put this right here. Okay, and now we have words to look at and we have edges to look at, and we can kind of figure out what we want to do. I'm going to put the white towards the top and then bring this down some. Number one, this is going to kind of cover up that big white spot. That's how the stamp is. But I'm going to just put that there. And then we'll take this one and I'm going to put the white down because these are up and I want this one to be kind of down. And I'm just going to kind of snuggle that in right there. So now we're inside and we just have this cute little space there. And now we're going to bring in our mini dimensionals. Super simple. Let me see if I have more here. Yep. All right, so we're going to start with these. and kind of decide, okay, so I'm going to put the raw sides down. You know how you can tell that they're rounded on one side. Oh, this one I can't tell. Oh yeah, there we go. And you can kind of tell which way is what. All right. Well, actually, I think they're both going downward. Yeah. So see, this is how you can tell. They're both going downward, and this is the good side. So when you punch and they come this way, your paper curves kind of this way, right? So the raw edge is going to be that, so they're always going to go like this. So they're going to be like a downward. Oh, but then that one's downward. I don't know, that's weird, huh? Anyway, so some of these have to be going the other way. Oh yeah, they do. That one's not. That one is. That one's not. I just like to put the right side upward. That one's questionable. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Nope. I just like the, and you can hardly tell. This is really a nice punch, actually. Okay, there we go. All right, not that it matters, but okay, so now we're going to actually put our dimensionals on these. So we're going to turn it over, and I put it right in the middle here. Okay, so you can't see right in the middle. The rest are going to be tucked under, so you really don't need to put a dimensional towards the bottom. You can if you want to, but I don't think you need to. We know how good these dimensionals are, right? Oh, is my head in the way? I'm sorry if it is. Okay, there's another one. So we'll just put our dimensionals on. Card is almost done. And we'll be ready for our next bingo. Okay, there's 3. Now I'm just going to do 7 this time, I think. I kind of put 2 right here because I liked that there was a cluster of 2, and I think I'm going to change that up a little bit. Are you guys ready for Christmas? Have you done your shopping yet? I've done some online shopping, actually. I've got a little bit done. My grandkids have so many clothes and toys that I just don't even know what to get them. All right, here we go. And now you just kind of place them where you want them. I definitely want to fill up a little spot up there and fill that in. And I'm going to take one of these and fill this spot up over here, kind of outward a little bit. Okay, now the rest, I think I'm going to do one this way, maybe one over here, and kind of laying on that. I don't know. Just kind of figure out, you know, what you want. I don't know if I want that. I kind of like the idea of this, though. Just to kind of fill in down there. Okay, that's 6. And then I guess I could do this one. I mean, you could even do it in between, but I don't really want to do that. That just looks too set. Okay, I do like these down here, so we'll put those. So this is what I kind of do, is I kind of think, okay, where do I want to put my leaves? So I find the ones that I really like, and like I'm going to make this one long, and I'll probably make this one a little shorter so that they kind of cluster, but this one will be a lot shorter, and I'm going to stack it right on so I can just see that part there. This one, I might do one coming in inward instead of outward, like the one above. Try to put something over here, right? So we'll do that. This one is not attached yet. Those are attached, attached, attached. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And maybe we'll just do one really short. What do you guys think? I think we need something on the top, but I think I'm just going to put it right there. Kind of like we don't know where it's coming from. One of these two flowers. Except I got to tuck it in there. All right, I think I'm good with that. So just kind of play with it wherever you like your flowers. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. Deshauna, I'm right there with you. I'm trying to slowly. I don't want to go to the stores. The only reason I'm going to go to the stores is if I have to return something. Because I don't. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the white so it shows up. Okay, and then I'm just going to tuck one in over here. And I'm going to put one up over here. So you're going to get these also in your kit. And like I said, you'll have 8 branches, but you can kind of do with them what you want. So there you go. And I'm oh yeah, here we go. The inside, what did I do? Oh, I did the same thing. So, but I didn't add leaves. I decided to just leave the flower because I didn't want you to have to stamp. I didn't know. I'm trying to make it to where if you don't have this stamp, you can choose something else and, you know, stamp in there. And so I didn't want to die cut out the flower. I decided to add it on there. Now you could, if you wanted to glue, you know, flowers on if you want. I mean, the leaves, any extra leaves if you want. But I thought just the flower there was really pretty and ties in nicely. So you could do that. Like, you know, I think I'm going to order another one of these. I love this ink pad. Can you tell? It's very well loved. So I better write that on my list. That's the things that I need. Oh my, that's a lot. It's funny how the last couple of years, you know, you haven't had Christmas parties and, you know, work parties and that kind of thing. And this year it's like everybody's having a party and my husband's work will have a party. All right. My family will have a party, all our siblings. Okay, so these were up higher. I could move these up higher if I wanted, but I'm fine with this. I mean, if you don't see the other one, look how pretty that is. And so that's kind of why you want to do your sentiment first, kind of get an idea of where you want what. This one I made into a little more of a V. This one is a little more, you know, circled. It's all what you want. When I do this another time, what I might do is take your white down the side, take your black over here and do the flowers, you know, like down the side or whatever. So, I mean, there's so many different ways you can change it up. And it was a fairly simple card. And so I hope you liked that. So that was card number 3. And again, Mango Melody and Poppy Parade. The paper's Pear Pizzazz for your leaves. And that is it. Now you're going to notice on these, I did take a dauber with Old Olive and kind of sponged them a little bit, but I did not like it. So, do you know what the paper pack with that buffalo check was from? Yes, this is called Pattern Party, or Pattern Party or Pattern Play. Let me look. It's Pattern Party and it's the host set. So it's a huge package of paper. And it is the host set. So that's where that's from. And so anyway, you can change it up, do what you want. I didn't like how this came out because these are so bright and pretty and cheerful that this, I think, grunged it up a little bit too much. And so that's why I went ahead and I did not grunge it up with this. See how just light and airy and cheerful that is. And this one, the leaves, I think, grunge it down just a little bit. So yeah, I love black and white anything. So there you go. That is card number 3. And time for another bingo. We are just racing right along. Okay, good, Karen. Yeah, it might be on the other side. All right, here we go. Bingo number 3. Are we ready? And we have another masculine card. Whoop, whoop. All right, number 4. Number 4. Number 18. All right, Carol, way to start us off. Number 30. Number 6. I'll pull those down. All right. Oh, my light is just so perfect right there. All right, there we go. 17. Number 17. Lots of bees. Oh, a BI from Kathy. Number 1. Ooh, lots of bees. All right, Joan with a BI. Ooh, BIN from Karen. Number 21. I always like it when there's numbers that I haven't called yet. BI stuff. A B with Dorothy. Okay, here we go. 25. 25. Ooh, a BIN with Steph and Karen. Okay. 24. 24. All right, now the BIs are coming. BI. Ooh, Steph. BING. What? 13. 13. All right, Patsy. BING. Good job. All right. 15. 15. I'm trying to give you guys a little time. Make sure that there's no... All right, nothing. 12. 12. All right, Jennifer, BI. All right, some more BIs, Cheryl. Number 3. Number 3. Oh, did I just drop one? No. Bingo, Stephanie. Let's see. Any other bingos? All right, Stephanie has, let's see, Stephanie, 1, 3, 21, 24, and 30. Yep, Stephanie got a bingo. Congratulations, Stephanie. Woo woo. Congrats. Is there anybody else? Nope. Okay. Good job. Congratulations. All right. Nobody else. All right. Here we go. Woo, yay. All right, you guys, your kits are almost ready. Almost ready to go. So I'm happy about that. Okay, quick drink break. Congratulations, you guys, so far. It's awesome. All right, we are getting ready for our fourth and final card. It's a masculine card. You might have seen part of this technique on a video I did recently. And this is when I was kind of choosing which cards I was going to do for bingo. And so I chose to not do the other card that you've already seen, and you'll see what I mean in a minute, and do this card because I thought this one was a little easier just in case you didn't have the stamp set. You can kind of choose to do something else. So I thought this was a really fun card. The other card that I did was this one. Okay, so this one I did on my last video. Yeah, I think it was my last video. So I showed you the technique with the tent, but I just changed it up a little bit. And I thought just in case you didn't have blending brushes or whatever, because some people don't, then you can do, use a little something else to color your background in, either a tissue or, there's spritzers, there's all kinds of other ways you can color. So I chose to do a little bit less of coloring so that you had something. So let's bring that in. We're going to use Campology again. And this is one of those stamp sets that I decided to get at the last minute. I didn't have it, and I had my eye on it, and I thought it would be a really good masculine card. And so that's kind of what I ended up doing. So I changed up some colors a little bit. I have Crumb Cake, Cinnamon Cider, Evening Evergreen, and Misty Moonlight. All right, so let me bring in our stamps. All right. See if I can not get this all over here. Okay, so what I did first is you're going to get this kit like this. Super simple. We did Evening Evergreen, and then you're going to have white in the middle. Let's take care of that first, because you guys know that I like to do that. So we're going to take our white, and what I did is I just took the lantern. I thought that was just fun, and I did it on the other card too. So that part's going to be a little bit the same. And I'm going to, I stamped it in Misty Moonlight. And I just stamped it on the corner. Okay, so here we are. We have that. And I'm going to let that sit for just a second. We'll start with our Misty Moonlight. All right, then you're going to take your So Saffron, and you're going to take your dark blend first. And I take the hard bullet tip here, and I just kind of go around where the lines are, just exactly where they put their little hash marks here to make the color. And okay, so I kind of darken that, and I kind of darken underneath the little wire. And then I just took the lighter one, and I just kind of blended that. I try not to go over the lines just because I don't need to be moving that ink around. I don't think it will because it's not alcohol, but I just don't do that. And I just kind of add a glow to that, and that's it for the inside. So we'll add that in a little bit. Okay, the next thing what you're going to do with your kit is you're going to have your, let's see what the measurements are here. This is let's see, the white one is 4 by 5 1/4. And I don't know that I even wrote this one down, but I believe that this is 4 1/8 by 5 3. Yeah, by 5 3/8. So they just layer right up on top of each other. And then you're going to have your Misty Moonlight, and then your white. They're just going to offset, and your Misty Moonlight is 3 1/8 by 4 1/8, and your basic white is 3 by 4. Okay, and this is going to be your kind of your scene that we're going to do. I gave a little piece of paper for your tent and a little strip of paper for your sentiment, and then your string. So we'll set those aside for right now. And we'll just do our background first. So what we're going to do is take our tent, and what I started with is the dark, the Misty Moonlight. So I'm just going to kind of go just random with that. And I think I did 3, and I thought that was enough because we're doing a lot of colors. So we're going to do the Misty Moonlight. You're going to wipe that off, and you probably didn't need to go into the Night of Navy, which I used earlier. So now let me find it. Here we go. So now we're going to do Night of Navy. And it looks a lot the same, but it's not. So just so you know. And I think I did 2 of those because you really want to not have too much blue because you want to add in your other colors. So we're going to just take that off. We're going to go in with our Evening Evergreen. Remember, you're covering most of this up, so it's really not a big deal, but you want to make sure that you offset. You don't really want everything aligned, so don't worry about that. And then I'm just going to kind of go right there. You're not going to see much of that. And maybe I'll just put a little bit right there. I'm going to bring in the next darker color, is the Cinnamon. This is how my hands get all colored. But you want to make sure you get all your colors off. Now we're going to do our Cinnamon. I definitely want those colors on here. Okay. And now we're going to come in with Crumb Cake. And there's really no order. You just want to make sure that you have it cleaned off of your stamp. I just like this one because you can kind of come in with the lighter colors and kind of fill in a little bit. That's going to be covered, so I'm not worried. Okay, so that's good. Just like that's fine. Okay, so now you kind of have color everywhere. And normally when you do something like this, you want to start from the middle and work your way out. But with switching colors, it's a little harder. Otherwise, you'd be doing, you know, a green, and then you would come around here, you'd get green again. And so because this is covered up a lot, it really doesn't matter. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to clean this off good. Let's set that aside. And let's bring in our Memento. And we are going to stamp our tent on our little piece of paper right here. So just get a nice inky tent. And I'm not so worried about the lines. I'm more worried about the tent part. Okay, so there's that. And I'm going to bring up a Katie trick on this one like I did my other card when it's time. So we'll keep that handy, and you'll notice the difference on here, and I'll show you what we did. All right, so now it's time. We'll bring in this. And what I did first is I did my blending. So I'm going to take, I believe I used evening. Oh, now I can't remember. So I'm going to try this. See, that's what happens when I go on vacation. I just want to make sure what color I did. Yeah, I think I did do that one. Okay, so we're just going to take this, and I'm going to bring in the end of my mini grid sheets, but I have more. But I'm going to bring this in and just use it. Okay, we're going to add some green down here. And look at, this is Evening Evergreen, and look how pretty it is. Okay, so we're going to do that. And now I'm going to turn it. And we're going to bring in Misty Moonlight. And we're going to tap this. I'm going to actually turn this because I don't really want to rub on this green. I'm going to go this way. And I'm going to bring in some Misty Moonlight. And see how I'm going over the top of the green here that's on the top, and that's okay. It's going to just blend it nicely. And then we can take in and bring in some Night of Navy. And this blend is a blue. So this is kind of what I did a little bit on the last card. We just kind of changed it up a little bit. I'm going to add a little more blue. I just really wanted to use this set. And do another masculine. Masculine cards are one of the things that I was asked a lot about. I'm asked a lot about doing masculine cards. So I thought I'd do some on here. Okay, so there we go. There's our background. Quick and easy. Patty, if you go, my next bingo is right here, December the 14th. I'd love to have you. Right there down below is marciebeseckerdesigns.com. That is my blog. And it's also right up here on the left-hand side. Let me move that. And you can go on there under events. And it's the December one is not up there yet. I'm going to put that up tonight. So hang tight on that. I just did the date right before I got online, but I will be putting the bingo up by tomorrow night for sure. But you can go in there. There are some bingo kits still available if anybody is interested. I've been making a few extra because I want people to be able to sign up on the last day if they want to, because I'm new at doing the bingo. I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to get in if they want. And so if anybody's interested, I still have a few of the old bingos, like the Easel calendar and that kind of thing. All right, so I'm just taking the darker cinnamon, and I'm just going around here, and I want this to be the darker cinnamon because it's part of the tent. And then the rest I lightened it up. I'm not worried about the lighter cinnamon because what we're going to do is we're going to take the darker of the saffron. And I have on my blog too, you guys, if you want to go look, there's quick, simple, easy clicks to get right to the sale items. I have one supply list of all cardstock, one supply list of all inks, and another supply list of the dies. So you can just go right there and see what's available instead of searching all over. And then you can just click on whatever you want, whatever you're interested in. All right. And then I'm going to take the light one and then go in and do the light. And so this just kind of gives it that glowing kind of look. All right. All right, so there's our tent. Now, what I'm going to set that aside for just a minute, and let's do our tree. So I'm going to take the evening evergreen. I will, Jewel, yes. I'm going to take the evening evergreen, and I want to come in and do the trees. Now, I don't like to do this so much because this is a mess, and that's what I did with my blending tool, but I like to do this. If you notice, our ink pads are raised. So when you do it this way, you're going to get a lot less of a mess. So when it's a larger stamp like this, this is just the easier way to do it. So now we're just going to give ourselves a nice background here. I want a lot of trees on this side, so I'm not going to do this little one over here. And I want the top of the tree in, so I'm going to do this. Okay, and then I'm going to pick it up and just do that right there, just so it looks like there's a tree there in the background. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Thank you, Bonnie. What are you still doing up? And then I'm going to come this way, and I am going to bring this tree, but kind of up a little bit. And just a little bit more on the horizon, kind of. Okay, so now that kind of looks like there could be a trail that goes through there, right? All right. I did another card kind of like this one, Bonnie. I think it was my last one. All right, so now what Katie brought up, and I've done it in the past, I don't know why I didn't think about it, but brilliant Katie did, is we're going to take the black ink. She brought it up in the last video when I did this kind of a card, and I was like, duh. Okay, so think about, all right, let's cut this out really quick because these don't have dies, but look how quick and easy this is. We're going to go with my blue inky fingers. Again, I'm going to cut even that little tiny edge right there. We're going to cut the tent. I am going to do another drawing for everybody that's watching, so you have to be in the US, unfortunately, because I wanted to do it and send everything out, but boy, if I did that all the time. Then I'm going to do one for all of the viewers. And then we have our last bingo. Your kits should be mailed hopefully tomorrow's Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. They're pretty much all done. I just got to stuff them and label them and all that. So once you cut something out like this, see, you can see the white edge. I don't know if you can see the white edge right there. Look at my finger. Jeez, that's terrible. But what you want to do is take your marker and come from the back side, because if you did it like this, you might hit the picture, your image, and you don't want to do that. And just kind of blacken it. It just really makes it, gives it a little depth. You don't see those white lines. And if you don't cut exactly right up to the image, then you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of put my tent right about there. So what I want to do is I want to stamp this right about where that's at. So I'm going to get it really inky. And what I'm doing is, see the little grass pieces and the strings from the tent? Okay, so what you want to do is you want to move this and do this right about where that was. Okay, so you really want to get your tent and your lines right there, because we're not going to be able to do all those, you know, cut that out, and that's just silly. So we're going to do it this way. And then we're going to add a little bit of dimension. All right, so now I'm just going to put one in this corner, one in this corner. I mean, what a cute masculine card, right? It could be for their birthday. It could be, you know, for anything. Retirement would be kind of cool. anything like that. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Now, I want to put this on my pokey tool, but you can put it on your tweezers or whatever. I like to just come right over, make sure that this is lined up with your tint underneath. And now look, you've got your little strings, you've got your little bit of grass. Oh, thank you, Cindy. You're very sweet. Oh, thanks, Jan. But look how cute. So now you have your lines there. So it looks like the tint is supposed to in the stamp, but you don't have to do all the fuss. Now that's in black and this is in the Evening Evergreen. You really can't tell, right? So there's no sense. I mean, you could draw, okay, I want my lines black and I want my grass green, and you could do that, but to me, that's just a little bit of a shadow of the grass that's there, and you can't even tell. Even in person, it's really hard to tell. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to pop it up and get it all put together. Oh, let's do our sentiment really fast. Let's not forget that. So here's just a little piece. So what I did is in Joy Today, I did it in Evening Evergreen. You can do it in whatever you want. Okay, I'm going to do it to the top or to the bottom, and I'm going to do it to the bottom because of the J. If you look at the letters on the top, they're all straight across, okay? So they're all straight across on the top, but on the bottom, you've got the J. So I'm going to take this sentiment and go towards the bottom. So just kind of look at it, make it as even as you can, making sure that J is on the paper. Okay, see that? Now, it's going to be much easier, and I like to do this with my longer scissors, so let me grab those. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to go right along here. Okay, and then I'm going to cut it probably a little past that, right there. I just want, so I gave you, plenty. If you mess up, you can try it again. So there we go. That's my piece, and it's a little on the high side, but I am okay with that. So we're going to put that on there. We're going to put our piece here. So now let's just start adhering everything. So we're going to put this on here. Katie, I saw it, but there were so many other sets that I wanted. And I was like, I really don't need that. I mean, we go camping, but my husband, we used to camp like this, but I glamp now, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm not going to get it. And then I think there was a sale not too long ago. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get it. It's reduced price. I'm getting it. So I did, and I'm so happy I did because I love scenes. If you guys know anything about me, I love to do scenes. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to offset this some. So I'm just going to add some glue. Let's see. So just the top right, so each corner is really going to have glue. So you don't really need to go all the way to the edges, right? And so we're just going to offset this about like that. Okay. Now we're going to pop up our tiny little... Do you guys start in the middle or do you guys start like on the edge? Because I don't start on the edge. Oh, good, Debbie. I know I have some people that can't make the bingo, but they want the kits anyway, so that's always an option. I know, your chances are of getting bingo, you wouldn't get it, but because you would be... Okay, so now I'm going to add just a little bit. I want a little bit more towards the edge right here, because I want that to not flop up. I'm just going to add a little bit more. And yes, you can get these on Amazon. I get asked a lot about that too. And look what I just did. So what you do is you take this and you just wipe it off. Okay. There you go. And then you can always use your eraser later when it dries. So don't worry about that. It'll be super simple. All right, we're going to add our dimensionals on here. Do not take the adhesive off yet because we need to tie our bow around. Okay, so we're going to put that one there. We can go ahead and put this on the card and put this on the card. So let's do that. I'm glad you guys like the card. If you guys like this card, you should watch the other one I just did, because it's kind of the same technique, a little bit different, but kind of the same idea. But it was a really fun card to do. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our string. You're going to hold your one end right here, right where they come together. All right, and then you're going to come around and around and then come back. I'm going to make this one a little bit shorter because you just need enough to tie a knot. Okay, so we're going to pull this and come back. Okay, so it doesn't have to be too high, too low, wherever you want it. I like to do it right about here. And it can be straight, it can not be straight, whatever you want. So you're going to put it on your card base like this. You're going to put your image, wait, let me see, how did I do it? Yeah, you're going to put your picture straight like this. Okay, so think about that, how you want it. Just because you can move it once you tie it, but you want to make sure your bow is, you know, it's going to be tight enough. So I just did a little knot. You know, you don't want to put a bow on the masculine card, so I just kind of did that, and we can cut it if you want it. If you want to cut it. I do too, Tashana. I just, wherever I can grab one is where I go. You want this kit, Jewel? You can go ahead and go on my bingo page like you've done before and just pay for it, and I'll mail you one. All right, and we're going to put this right on here. I do have some extras of this kit, so if anybody wants them, just go right on to, you don't have to do the register. You can just go to the shop if you want to and go to the November bingo and just pay there. And I'll get it all out to you. And you'll get everything everybody else does. Okay, so we're going to put this on. Let's go ahead and add our sentiment after, because you want to make sure that your sentiment is straight. Even if this is a little off, you want to make sure your sentiment is straight. So we're looking at this piece right here. Okay, don't look at the other piece. Look at this one and kind of figure out where you want it. I'm looking at both sides of this paper only. Don't worry about the blue. Okay, so I'm good with that. I'm going to kind of adjust this just a tad so that it's a little straighter. It's probably stuck by a dimensional now, but I'm going to move that down. And it's also tied already. So I'm good right there. And now you're going to take your little sentiment. Oh, you're welcome, you guys. I appreciate it. All right, so we're going to take our little sentiment and just kind of put it right here. All right, so there is card number 4. And I will show all the cards when bingo's done. And I also have another giveaway to everybody that's watching. So if you hang out, you will get something else in another drawing. Yay! I took Pear Pizzazz out, but I didn't use it for anything, so I don't know why I took it out. All right, so there is that card. So I'm going to pick this mess up. And we'll start fresh. Watch this. This is how you go. Yay, look at that. Thank you, Tashana. Okay, time for bingo. Are you guys ready? Ready? Bingo number 4. After I get my drink. You know, you don't realize how much talking you do for bingo. I'm thirsty. Thanks, you guys. Oh, I'll have to go watch that, Tashana. I saw a picture and I posted it on my blog. It is cute. Thanks, Carol. All right, here we go. Bingo number 4, everybody. Thanks, Denise. 25. Number 25. So yeah, if anybody wants this kit, I will get it to you. Just go into my blog, marciebeseckerdesigns.com. It's up on the left side, and go into shop, and you can go right into November bingo. I did make extras for today, so just in case I had some extras. All right. Oh, got one sticking. Number 3. The twine that I put in, this comes with that 5-pack with all the colors, just so you know. That's where that came from. Wow, this ink is... I'm going to watch it tonight, Tashana. Number 30. I'm going to go a little quicker for the first few. 18. And 17. Those are the first 5. And this is the first possibility of bingo. I was packaging up and labeling my kits today. Number 1. All right, we got some BIs already. Oh, Debbie, you are welcome. Thank you so much for watching. All right, next. Number 7. Number 7. I'm going to play with some new stuff tomorrow. I might do something with new stuff on Sunday. Do you guys want to see some new stuff on Sunday? I have a plan. Somebody had asked me on my Dahlia card. Somebody was asking me about how I did my Dahlia with my cut and scan and what they didn't understand it. And so, and so, 21. And so I'm going to do that with my cut and scan and kind of show you how I did it and what I do when I'm doing multiples and things, just so you can kind of get a better idea of how exactly I did it. New stuff. Okay, Tashana. BING already, Stephanie? You know you can only win once, girlfriend. Okay. 16. Are you just practicing? Okay, new stuff it is. I have some idea. I've already made a couple. Did you guys see my first one? I'll show you. What did I do with it? Oh, here's one I just did. Right in the middle of your bingo. Sorry. I love this set. It's so cute. And these new jewels. Oh my. I'm telling you, I posted that you guys need to save your money. And yeah, you do. You got to be ready. Next is a 9. if you like punches, be prepared. That's all I'm saying. Be prepared. 27. I'm going to move that over there. Thank you, Carol. It was so much fun. I'm like, but wait, there's more. Our Joan has a BIN. 28. That's such a good number. 28. All right, Olivia. Good number. All right, Carol. 20. Ooh, Olivia. BING already. 6. All right, Perry. Okay, I'm waiting. You guys just saw me put the 6 down, so I'm a little behind. Or you guys are a little behind me. All right, Dorothy has a BIN. Next, 14. 14. All right. Next, 26. 26. Nothing. All right. Get a number in between here. 13. Number 13. Okay. 29. 29. Okay, shaking, shaking. Number 8. All right, Jennifer, Donna, Joan with a BING. All right, Joan, you've been close a few times. All right, I'm waiting. People are still going. Dorothy has a BING. Okay, seeing none. Pulling a new number. 4. Number 4. Ooh, lots of BINGs. Okay. Let's see. I don't know why I keep shaking them. I don't even know where anything's at. All right, number 19. Number 19. We have so many so close. So many so close. Gotta get close. There's only a few left. Okay, nobody on 19, huh? All right. Shaking, shaking, shaking. Making sure nothing's sticking. All right. I laminated these and the edges are sticking a tiny bit. 5. Number 5. Ooh, another BING. Another BING. Ooh, it's getting close. This is exciting. All right. Let's see. 2. Number 2. Karen has a bingo. Yay! Oh, no, Karen doesn't have a bingo. No bingo? Anybody else? All right, I'm going to go again. Let me move that up a little bit. Make sure you can see the numbers. Okay, here we go. 15. 15. Good, Jennifer has a BIN. Bingo, not again. Nancy, oh. That would be Nancy's second, so that doesn't count. So does anybody else have a bingo? Nancy, you need to go to the casino. All right, we got to get close because we've only got a couple numbers left. How many do we have? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers left. 5. Okay. Okay, we ready? Nobody? 12. Number 12. Ooh, Cheryl's on with the B-I-N-G. B-I-N-G for Jennifer. Okay, I know you guys are all going to come up with the same number. Jules Unofficial would have had it. None? 11. Katie has bingo. Joan has bingo. Olivia has bingo. Karen has bingo. All right, let me write this down. Don't go anywhere here. All right, Katie has the official bingo, number 4, and then I need to check all the numbers, but the consolation prize is going to go to, let's see, Joan. And I'm going to give one also to, now normally I don't know if I give more than one, but I'm going to. Okay, hold on. Olivia, Karen, Carol, and Patsy. Okay, so I'm going to check Katie's, and then I will check everybody else's. Just give me a minute. That everybody? Okay, so Katie first. Katie is 1, 2, 7, 11, and 21. So Katie, good bingo. You get the bingo. All right, so real quick, Olivia. 27, 11, 1, 7, and 28. Yep. Karen. 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5, 11, 25, 25, and 30, 30. Yep. Carol. Carol. 4, 8, 9. There's 9, 8, 4, 11, and 28. Okay, yours is good. And Patsy, 11, 17, and 4. So we got 4, 17, 21, 21, and 25. Yep. Okay, so you guys all have them. So let me catch up with my chats here real quick. Oh, see, Gloria, you should have played. Katie and all the other ones. Okay. Did you get my bingo? Joan, did I get your? Yes, I did. I did get yours. And so yours is a consolation prize. And so everybody, I have Katie is the winner, and then Joan, Olivia, Karen, Carol, and Patsy. So for you guys on consolation, I'm going to send you a little something. Like I said at the beginning, this bingo was way less people. So I'm sure the holidays that's gonna happen. Number one, your chances are way better, but the prizes are going to be a little smaller. So if you have friends that you would like to invite to bingo, that would be awesome. I would really, really like that. And then we could, you know, up the prizes, because I'd rather up them for you. So that would be a lot of fun. Okay, but I have another prize I'm going to give away. And let me just clean these up. Up. All right. So if you are interested and want this is my tag bingo that I had. So you're going to get all the kits for the tag because I have an extra, so I'm going to give it away. So I have all the tags that we did. There is a video that shows you exactly how to make them. And so if you were not a part of this, or if you want an extra set, they're in here. And I'm just going to give this to everybody that's watching. Normally I would just do the people that are playing, but I decided most of you have already done this anyway. And actually I'm going to do 2 because I have to. So give me 1 second. I'm just going to give them both away. Oh, I just moved my camera here. Okay, give me 1 second. We are going to give these away, so hold on. Christmas is coming and going, and I do not want to hold on to them. So we are going to gift these away. So the first group of people will please just be those playing bingo. So I have my, oh, here's my list. I have my list of people, and I will make sure you're on there, and then I'll do it for everybody. How is that? So if you want them, you know, sometimes I get people that participate, and then they're like, oh, I don't live in the U.S., or, oh, I already have that. So if you don't want them, please don't play, and then we will give them to somebody that could use them. So I can show you really quick what you're going to get. If I can reach them. So I have mine right here. I still have my ones from bingo that I haven't finished the kits yet, but you'll get an idea anyway. As soon as I can grab them and not knock everything down. Okay, so this is what we did for that bingo. Oh, thanks, Tony. So, oops, not that. That was a different bingo. That's available though too. So these, we did all these. My dog is going crazy. You can hear his daddy outside. All these tags. So you're going to have everything. This is 88 die cuts. Okay, 88 of these that you will get in a kit. 88 die cuts. 12 tags. There's 88 pieces in the kit. So that's what you're going to get. So the first group of people, which will be the people that played bingo. People that played bingo. Hold on, I got to write something down. I am going to write down, because it's going to narrow the field, I am going to write down a color that is one of our ink colors. So don't start typing yet. Okay, I wrote a color down, so go ahead and start those that are playing bingo. If you want to start it, go with colors and just keep going until I see it. I am staring at my phone. Just keep guessing. If I haven't said I found it yet, you can keep guessing. I know you guys are a little behind me, so when I say it, you're going to keep guessing for a while. Oh, Olivia, I know you meant Mossy Meadow, and it is Mossy Meadow. You put Mossy, and I think you did a typo, but you did say Mossy Meadow, and then you even corrected yourself. So yes, Olivia, you are the winner to 1. Yay, Olivia. And then you'll also get this cute ribbon, this nice ribbon, this evening evergreen braided ribbon. So that is for you. Okay, now I'm going to do another color. Let me find another scratch piece of paper here. And so what I did is I looked up at my color swatch right here, and that was the first color that was there. So let me just open it to another color. So can't show you. Now this is for everybody watching, okay? So I'm going to set my colors over a side, but I'll write it down also. Oops, can't see it. And this is for everybody watching, but you need to be in the US, please. Okay, let me, oops, I'm getting it on my, okay, let me rewrite it. I need to pick another one because I think I put my thing in the screen accidentally. It does have to be current. Okay, here we go. All right, let me write it down. Okay, so same thing. It's for the tag set. And go ahead, start. Olivia, you can't play, of course. Oh, Jan Kohler, you won. So I need Gian's address. So you can just send it to me. You can go to my blog and you can contact me through there and send it to me. Yay, Gian! So you get the next one. And there it was, Rich Razzleberry. Yay! Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you guys so much for joining me for bingo. I had a lot of fun. I will show the 4 cards, so just give me a minute here. Let me pick all of this up. I've got it everywhere, inks. And I'm going to show the 4 cards. Oh, you're welcome, you guys. I'm glad you could use them. I'm glad you enjoyed them. But these are the kinds of things you'll see on my, when you go to the video on what my bingos are like. I will too, Tashana. I'm excited to see it. Okay, so a couple reminders is the big sale that's going on right now. You can get cardstock, inks, and dies, all discounted, so don't miss out on that. Thanks, Jennifer. And again, I'd love to have you join my team. And when you do join the team, you will be able to fill up your cart with some reduced items, which would be really nice. Oh, Olivia, you're welcome. Thanks, Sharon. I do really appreciate you guys playing. Our next bingo night will be December 14th. Message me if you have some ideas or comment on this video below, even after the video. coming back and commenting on any of my videos is a huge help to my YouTube channel. It's all about liking, subscribing, watching, all of that is super helpful. Commenting, any interaction on the page is really helpful. So I'd really appreciate if you guys do that. Oh, good, Patsy. I'm glad. Thanks, Terry. So your everybody that won the ones that won the kits, those will go out with your package. And the ones that won the bingo, your $50 credit, just go ahead and send me a list of whatever you want. The first $50 I will pay, and then I will let you know what the balance is. And if you can PayPal me the difference, and I will get that order in for you as soon as I get your order. So it should be the same day. So let me know about that. And so you wanted to see the last 4 cards, so all of the cards. So these were the cards that we did. So these were the 4 cards. So I chose to do 2 floral cards, sunflower one being one of the most asked about cards, and people really like doing the sunflower. I wanted to do some bedazzle on there, so we did. So that was a lot of fun. And then the 2 masculine cards. I'm asked about masculine cards a lot. So don't always not think that this couldn't be changed up to different colors. I don't do any bows. I really don't put embellishments and stuff so much on masculine, just because even if we had little silver studs or something, sometimes I'm like, I kind of like to make them a little more simple because they don't like all the foo-foo-y stuff. Remember on your kit, I did do gold embossing on the back there just to add some interest, but you could take your blending tool, you could take other colors or whatever you want. So you can kind of change that up. If you have any questions about the cards or need help, let me know. I will go back on this video and I will put timestamps in the description so that you can have exactly where each card started, and then you can go back and start right on those cards and figure it out. So I would love it if you guys need a demonstrator and want somebody to shop with. I would really appreciate it. You could go to the other side, marciebeseckerdesigns.com. There's a big shop button on the right side. You can click that. It'll take you right into my store. And right below that is always my most current host code. And so you could just copy that and take it with you into the shop, and then you can just shop that way. My little doggy wants to say hi. He's wanting attention here, so let me grab him. Come here. He needs a haircut really bad. Say hi. Well, hello. Well, hello. So his name is Charlie. So this is who you hear when I'm trying to pay attention, and I hear him whining for his daddy because he can hear him outside. Oh, thanks. He is a multi-poo that needs a haircut. Oh, Daddy picked him up last time and didn't reschedule. So Mommy rescheduled, but it's at the end of the month, so he'll be a little shaggy. So, there. I'm a good doggy. I just sleep in the corner while Mommy does her videos. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much. I hope you'll join in December. I will get a sign up as soon as I can. If you could go over to Marcie Besecker Designs on Facebook, I will post on there when the December bingo will be up and available. And I'm also going to come up with an online class. So if you're interested in that, be looking for that also. All right, everybody, have a fantastic rest of your week. I will see you on Sunday. I will not be live tomorrow night, okay? I just got back from vacation. I want to get your kits out and get going. So, and GN, please don't forget, message me your address. All right, everybody, have a fantastic rest of your week. See you Sunday.